Alright, I am the BlackGaymerGod. This is my YouTube channel, and you watching it. The end. Oh, God, you guys, I promise you, I am not drunk. I haven't been drinking at all. Like, at all. None whatsoever. Shit. Fuck that shit. Who gon' check me, bro? Who gon' check me? Ain't nobody gotta know. Ain't nobody gotta know. Double shots! Alright, so this video is a video. So I'm making this video because that's what I do. I make videos. So this topic of this video is, how the fuck do I start this shit off? Alright, look. We've been here on this gaming channel for a little over a year now, and it's been great. We've been playing through so many games. I've enjoyed having you all with me here for the haul. Oh, before I forget, let me give my shout out. I gotta give my shout out to the notification squad. Y'all stay holding nigga down. I gotta give a shout out to all my folks on Patreon who are supporting the BlackGaymerGod channel. I appreciate you. And everybody else, if you watch, you comment, you like, whatever the case is, thank you. I appreciate you for the love and support. This video is just to tell you guys a little bit about me. I've been on here for a year, and I've been so into playing all these different games, back to back to back, streaming, back to back to back. And I realized, like, a lot of you probably don't know that much about me, besides the fact that I like video games, and I do hair, and I skate all the time. So, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. Let's see. About 27 years ago, or wait, I'm about to be 29. So, about 28 years ago, wait, that still doesn't add up. Damn, bitch, this is why I became a hairstylist. I can't add. I can't do arithmetic. Nah. So yes, I was born in Charleston, South Carolina. That is where all of my family is from. And we all grew up on this one street where everybody on that street was somehow related, either like distantly or like intimately, like closely related. And I think the reason for that is because we basically acquired the land through our ancestors who were slaves. And I guess when the plantation like folded or sold or whatever, they gave plots of land to different slave families. So a lot of my family grew up on that street. So I remember, even though I was born in Charleston, South Carolina, I grew up in Kansas City, Missouri. My mom moved us out, me, my younger sister, my older sister, and my stepfather at the time. We all lived in Kansas City, Missouri. Now, when we would go to South Carolina in Charleston, we would visit my aunt, and she would live on that street with all my cousins and all of them. And I remember in the summertime, it was always so much fun. We would just all get together and play games, play outside or whatever the case is, and just enjoy each other's company. Oh, it was the light of my whole childhood. And when I was really, really young, I remember my cousins, my older cousins, would always play video games, and I would always sit there and watch them play. Like, I was so timid and scared, I would be afraid to like ask them if I could play. So I would just sit there and watch them. And I don't know. Like, I don't know. I didn't want to be that annoying little kid. I just didn't want to do that. So I just sat there and I just waited patiently, like, please ask me to play. And of course, they never did. So I would just sit there the whole time. And then at that point, I just started waiting for them to like finish playing so I could get on the game after them and play. And then after they got off, I would ask them, oh, can I play? And then they'd be like, no. So basically, I just sat there and wasted my life for no fucking reason. But hey, eventually, I did it so much that they finally allowed me to play. And you know, when you're a little kid, and you watching your friends and your cousins and them play games, and you like, man, wait till I get up on this controller side. I'm about to show all of them. I'm about to show all of them. They can't even beat this level. I'm about to show them. Man, they finally let me play. And I got my hands on that controller, and I was like,
what do I do? Like, what do I do with this?
From then on, I just became so in love with video games. That was my whole childhood. I wasn't very social as a kid. You know, I played outside and I played with my cousins and their friends and all of that. But more often than not, I just preferred to like play on the video games. Like, I always looked forward to that. Eventually, I just became really good at the video games. I was beating all my cousins, beating all the levels, and I just remember growing up, all of my family would come around and they would either watch me play or we would all play together, and we would just enjoy in the whole experience. It was like watching TV, you know, like, because a lot of us didn't have cable at the time, and so we all just kind of enjoyed each other's company and played video games. And that's really where this whole channel kind of came from. It was just like, I wanted to be a place where I could, because I really love playing games. I just wanted to play games, and I wanted to have that same experience where everyone's just kind of watching and enjoying the whole experience and just tuning in as we play through the games. And so I'm reliving that again. So I'm glad to be back in that sort of space. I grew up with all the systems. I had the Nintendo, the Sega Genesis, the Super Nintendo. Then I moved on to the Nintendo 64. PlayStation 2, Xbox, which I got sitting over there on the side actually. GameCube was one of my favorite systems back in the day. I got the PlayStation 3 and now the PlayStation 4. I did play the Game Boy Advance and the Game Boy Color and the Game Boy. I think I had a PSP too. Like, so, but yeah. I'm fairly familiar with games. I was not a video game connoisseur, but I'm fairly familiar with all the major titles and stuff growing up through that era. I really have no plan for like where this video is going to progress to. Growing up outside of video games, I had an interest in music. I am a cellist. I've also played the piano, the violin, and the viola. I featured that on my other channel as well. Oh, I should mention that. A lot of you come from my old hair channel. That was my first channel on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for the past 8 years now, I think. And prior to this channel, I had a natural hair channel. My whole life was on that channel. It still is, in fact. I started that channel in college as just a means to have a creative outlet and also to share what I was learning about natural hair. Now, lo and behold, years later, I was so infatuated about hair and learning about it that I decided to become a cosmetologist after I graduated college for computer information systems, which I did absolutely nothing with. I wasted $38,000 of student loans for a degree that I will never use. Story of my life. But yeah, after that I went straight into cosmetology school, became a professional stylist. I co-own a salon in Decatur, Georgia, which is near Atlanta. We're a natural hair salon. We do locks, braids, twists, natural hair, textured hair, curly hair, all of that. Like, all of that. Only thing we don't do is relaxed hair. Like, we ain't jacking up your hair and making you go bald and get, you know, fibroids and cancer and shit. So yeah, that's a little bit about my professional life and educational history or whatever. Outside of being a musician, I've also dabbled in martial arts when I was younger. I have a interesting little sword collection. I've stopped building my weapon collection just because it started to get expensive, and it was just a hobby that I just didn't need to waste a bunch of money in. So I do got a few weapons and blades and whatnot, and hey, I like it. And who knows, I might end up using it on somebody, who knows. Outside of that, y'all always hear me talk about skating all the time on my channel. Y'all probably are annoyed by it. But I am also an avid skater. I skate about 4 or 5 days out the week. I'm exaggerating, probably like 2-4 days out the week. I started off on rollerblades and just doing your regular skating or whatever. After a while, I became so good with that, I wanted to do more with my skating, so I became a self-taught inline figure skater. So I basically do all the same stuff that figure skaters do on ice, except on roller skates. So yeah, that's kind of fun. It's cool. I'm not looking to compete with that. I just like doing it for fun. And I've been on TV before, I think. And the reason I say I think is because I was an extra in the Black Lightning TV show. They were having some skate scene in the beginning, early stages of the show. Maybe it's the pilot episode or first season somewhere. But I remember the director, he wanted me to be in the shot when the main cast came by on their skates. And so I was in the back, like, doing a laid-back spin, or what I thought was a laid-back spin, but bitch, that I don't know what the fuck you was trying to do, but that ain't no fucking laid-back. But that's what they had me in the shot. So I don't know if they kept that, you know, that whole scene, or if they cut it out, or if they, you know, broadcasted it on TV, if they showed it. I don't know, because I haven't seen the show, and I have no way of actually watching it. So if you do watch it and you see some black guy in like a light blue plaid shirt and some jeans spinning in the background, that was me. Okay. Outside of that, that's my life. That's pretty much it. I go to work. I do hair all day. I go skating on my free time. I come home and play video games, and I said, hey, I might as well just do a channel and play the shit and, you know, play with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, have everyone watching and enjoy. So that's what ended up starting this channel. And I can sit here and talk about my natural hair channel, the old channel I had for quite some time. But I mean, if you're really that interested, just go check it out. I have over 600 videos on there now. So yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. I don't know, in my mind, I had a lot more interesting things to say on here, but now that I'm sitting in front of this camera, I don't really know what else to say. Maybe it's the alcohol I just sipped on, but I don't know. So that's going to be the end of this video. I guess I'm going to go ahead and jump on this Q&A situation. So thank you guys again for all your love and support with the channel and everything. I will be back soon. I know I've been missing in action for a minute because of the allergies and the craziness at work and all that. But I'll be back on the stream soon. So just hold out until then. And until the next one, guys, be blessed.